Hey everybody, and welcome to this video of unboxing BJU online curriculum for 10th grade. Now, you may be asking, how do you unbox online curriculum? Obviously, first things first, I didn't just purchase videos, I purchased the whole kit with books. I've been using BJU distance learning products since 2012 when our first child began kindergarten, and we love them. We love their videos, we love their textbooks, we love all the supplemental materials which abound. So I'll go ahead and tell you that right off the bat. This is not a review of like, oh, do I like it or do I not? We love them. We've never looked back. I've never gone out trying to find an alternative because we're very, very happy with this curriculum. But if you're looking to purchase and you want to know either what the 10th grade curriculum looks like or maybe just what to expect from BJU Press, then this video is for you. First things first, I did order this time the full 10th grade online with books kit. Now, I don't actually know whether or not anything was on back order because I haven't dug into my order history to find out. So we'll be surprised together here in a few minutes. I kind of know what to expect. I know that typically I'm going to open this box and there should be my textbooks, my workbooks, and then handouts that go along with each subject. So we'll find out as we get in. Let's go. Now, you are watching my very first unboxing video. Apparently, unboxing videos have been a thing for a long time, and I'm just catching up. So when I open the box, obviously, some protective packaging first, and my packing slip, of course. Let's find out if anything was on back order. Yay! Everything is here. So we get to show you all of it. Now, sometimes my kids join me for the unboxing time. Sometimes it's a fun time. And other times, like right now, they're outside playing basketball. So I get to have the fun by myself. So the base kit for 10th grade includes 4 full-year subjects, which actually English is broken up into 2 half courses, literature for half the year and writing and grammar for the other half. And then in addition to English, you'll have your history course, which is world history for 10th grade, geometry for math, and biology for science. So the 4 core courses at this level are those: English, math, science, and history. You can add on if you want to do a foreign language. They also offer sign language, American Sign Language now. And then there's always the Bible courses that you can add on as well. Additionally, and I know I sound like I'm probably a BJU representative, which I'm not. I'm in no way affiliated with BJU. I've just been using their products as a mom for a long time now. Actually, I used them as a kid too. In one of the schools that I went to, we used their textbooks, and I just remember liking them. They were always colorful and fun. So if you wanted to, as a homeschool parent, they will allow you to sub up or down a grade level for up to 2 courses. So if you were to buy this 10th grade kit and say your child isn't ready for geometry yet, you could swap geometry out for the math from the year before, Algebra 1. Or if they're ahead, you could swap it up to the next level, which is Algebra 2, if I recall. So now, unboxing. First thing on top, I have the Elements of Literature textbook. So I'm sure my son will be delighted. Being facetious, literature is not his favorite, but he is actually going to love geometry. This book is substantial. I actually, at this level, I don't have them writing in these books. They're by about 6th grade, we stop writing in the math textbooks and we just start using them as textbooks. They use separate paper to do their work. The younger grades, it's more of a workbook feel where it's more of a consumable, but this is actually a nice, substantial textbook that you don't want to get ruined. You could use this for multiple children, or you could resell it if it's in good condition when you're done with it. Now we have some student handouts, but before we get to those, let me dig deeper. If you thought the geometry book was impressive, check out biology. Yep, it's a hoss. But I've already had one child go through this course and she seemed to really enjoy it. I personally think that their textbooks are very appealing as textbooks go. They put a lot into the design and the creativity of the books. So it keeps it as engaging as a textbook can be, from what I can tell. Next. All right, now we have our writing and grammar book. Now I will say we do actually use these as a work text, so more of a consumable. So where my daughter did 10th grade writing and grammar, she's already written all throughout her book and it's toast. So I needed a fresh new book for my son. So this will be his to use and to annihilate as he sees fit. So next we have, to go with the biology class, we have the lab manual. So this is exactly what it sounds like. We will go through this and do the labs as appropriate. We don't do every lab, but we actually buy a kit that goes with our curriculum. It's made by another company, but it's made specifically for BJU Press 10th grade biology. And actually, I will show you a little bit of that in a minute because I have this over here in another box where we did order that. That's optional. You could also just get the labs and accumulate the materials that you can on your own and then just do what you can do. But starting in about 9th grade, we like to buy the kits so that they have more lab experience in the high school grade levels. So we'll come back to that in a minute. Next, we have our world history activity book. And I'm actually curious at the moment because I don't see the world history textbook. So I'm going to need to see whether or not that's been transitioned to an ebook of some sort, or if I have missed something, or perhaps it's on back order. So I'll be checking into that after I finish this video. But this is the activity manual that goes along with it. Now, I will say that we've changed our approach to how we learn history, and I don't have them do everything in these manuals anymore. Not because it's not important. It's obviously very important. However, I just felt that a lot of it was becoming tedious for them and was becoming busy work. So we've changed our approach to history in pretty much all of our grade levels now, where I'll actually let them read through their textbook and then do quizzes and tests to demonstrate comprehension, and then we move on. So I've actually stopped doing a good bit of the workbook. However, what I felt was the best for us in purchasing 10th grade this time was to just purchase the whole kit. So I got a new workbook with it. So I'm going to decide here in the next couple of weeks, if I feel like we're not going to use this at all, then I'm probably going to offer this up on a used curriculum website, but it's brand new and it'll be appealing to somebody and it will help somebody else out. Now, lastly, we have the handout packets, and these come with the online distance learning purchases. So I love this because for quite a while in our homeschool, we didn't have a printer in the house. And if we did, we would have been printing these things like crazy. So I love that they include these handouts with the purchase. So this is biology's handout. So what this would be is any extra pages that the children are instructed to do, or in a lot of cases, especially with math, there will be extra practice sheets or review pages, things like that, that are optional. So we don't do all of these handouts, but it's wonderful to have them for whatever you might happen to need. So we file these away. I usually get one very large 3-ring binder, and I call it my mom book, and I keep all of the handouts as well as any paper tests or test answer keys all in that 3-ring binder, organized by subject, and then my children can access them. They're all old enough now that they can access them freely if they need to grab a handout when they're ready to take a test. Now, you don't see test packets in this because starting at, I believe, 5th grade, BJU transitions tests and quizzes to online. If you order the distance learning products, then the quizzes and tests are taken online. We love that. Now, if you don't like that, you can still purchase the paper copies of the test and answer keys to go with the products that you're ordering, and they're very minimal. I think it's maybe about $30 to $35 for both the test and the answer keys. So that's definitely an option if you don't like the online. When you're in the younger grades, they send you the paper copies no matter what. Because obviously for the younger kids, it's a little harder to tap screens or click a mouse and take your test online. So that is the unboxing of my 10th grade kit. And again, I'm going to double check on that world history textbook, but that's the only thing that I've noticed that might be missing from this box. So let me set this aside, and I want to show you what it looks like to get a science kit to go with it. This is bonus because this was supposed to be the 10th grade order, but this is something else that I just happen to have here as well. So we ordered, I have one child in 12th grade right now and one child in 10th. We ordered the science kits for both. For our 12th grader, she's actually in physics now. So her kit looks like this, and it also came with this extra electronic playground that I'm actually very interested to see what she does with, because I feel like that could be really fun. So just quick bonus, when you open it up, there's a manual inside that the company that put the kit together has done to help guide you. Basically what these kits do, they do not provide you the materials to do every single lab in the whole curriculum, but they take a good quantity of them and they put the materials in here to help you be able to do those labs at home without having to go buy a bunch of expensive equipment like school labs might have. So then once you get into the kit, you'll see various materials that are inside each one. If you want to look these up, these are called Logos Science Kits, and you can look at them at logosscience.com. Now that's the physics one. Again, just an added bonus because I happen to have it here. But let me show you what we did with the biology one. Since our 12th grader took biology year before last, we had already purchased a kit for her. Wonderful thing about this company, Logos Science, they offer refill kits. So for my son, we just ordered this little box that's refill. In other words, they're replenishing the items that were used by my daughter the first time around, but we kept her kit. So we still have, you know, the beakers and the utensils, the little tools, all the things that could be kept. So they didn't have to replenish everything. So that saved us a little bit of money and cut down on some waste as well. Now, if I open this up, first of all, just so you know, biology was my least favorite because if you've been watching long enough, you may know that I do not like dissections. And yes, these have specimens in here for dissection. So that is very gross to me. And you just need to know that right now, I am extremely grossed out. Okay. However, there are, I mean, even things like, okay, rubber gloves. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm not touching the dead stuff, but in the event that my child is going to dissect things, that's very nice for them to have. Gelatin, some balloons, some tubing, things that are just for various labs that would have gotten used up already. And then I won't show you the specimen. Do you want to see the specimens? I don't know. I think they're very gross. Okay, here it goes. Cover your eyes if you don't want to see them. Okay, so apparently there's like crayfish and an earthworm. And yes, there is a dead rat in there. A dead rat. I have a history of hating rats for various reasons. There's also a grasshopper. Okay, the perch, I guess, is the fish. Oh my gosh, it's so disgusting. However, here we are having all of biology in homeschool. So if you're interested, you can do these kits as well. I will tell you that when my daughter did biology, I could barely stomach watching the earthworm dissection. So I'm very much a wimp in that regard. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Again, I just want to remind you, my approach to all of the handouts is a 3-ring binder with some divider tabs inside. That's worked well for us for years now. And then anything else that may need to go in with that subject, if you order paper tests or answer keys or things like that, you can just file in there as well. And then at the end of the school year, clean out anything you haven't used, file away anything you have, and it makes it pretty straightforward that way. And then our lovely, beautiful textbooks. Now, I will say one other thing, because as I just said, we've had a child already go through 10th grade. So you may be asking, why did I order this whole kit if I have some of these books already? Valid question. And in full transparency, I could go downstairs right now and pull this book off the shelf and this book for sure. And I might have this version of literature. I can't remember right off the bat. These are all consumables, so I would have needed these anyway. If you're looking for budget beater strategies, okay, here is what I could have done to shave off some money and to make it a little bit cheaper up front. I could have decided with our approach to history, we don't need the videos. So I could have just, honestly, I could have used the textbook that we already have and just ordered a paper copy of the test and the answer key. Actually, I probably have the answer key from the first time around. I could have literally just ordered the test packet for about $15 and called it a day for history. So I could have definitely saved some money in that regard if I didn't want to have the videos and I didn't want to have the online testing and quizzes. Okay. So any of these subjects that I felt I could have done that for, I could have definitely shaved down on the cost. Basically, what you're going to find with BJU is that there's going to be a really great price break for doing the kit. So in this case, if I had tried to order all 4 of these with the distance learning, and now remember that the distance learning is a video curriculum online, we access it on demand as we will. It's not like a schedule where you have to log on at a certain time. You just go on, you watch the video, it tells you what work pages to do along with it, and it's just kind of keeping everything on track right there in one wonderful place. I love, love, love the way that it all works online. If I were to try to do the online version of these subjects individually, it would have come out to cost a lot more. If I started piecemealing together, and I have done this at times in the past and it's worked out well financially, but you have to be careful because each subject by itself, especially if they're not running a sale, could be a pretty hefty expense compared to bundling them together. It's that way in so many products that we buy, that if you buy just one, it's going to be a lot more. But if you buy 5, you get a huge discount, and per subject, per item, it's a lot better of a deal. So you would need to just consider your bottom line. Definitely work with a consultant. I could help connect you to mine if you need somebody who can help you. They can get you, and this is another way you know that I'm not affiliated with BJU because I'm not getting like kickbacks or anything. These consultants work with BJU and they can get you excellent discounts. My consultant has saved me hundreds of dollars just in recent years. So she definitely helps explore all the options. If she just says, send me your wish list, and I'll say, okay, these are the things that I have to have. These are the things that I could have. And she helps me work through the options and decide, are we going to buy a whole kit together, or are we going to piecemeal this time? And it depends. There are also discounts for multi-kits. So if you're buying for more than one child at a time, there are discounts for that. There are military discounts. There are certain sales that they'll run, or if you get in on a certain event that they're promoting, you can get discounts that way as well. There's all kinds of discounts there. You just have to know somebody who can help you wade through all the options and figure out what's best for you. So if the bottom line is your biggest concern, then it is possible to do some piecemealing, reuse some things from a previous child that you may still have around. But sometimes, like in this case, I felt that, you know what, I want to have it all online. I want to have all of the tests and quizzes there, and I want it to track our progress, and I want the videos available should we need them. So we did the whole kit this time. And if I have extra books like I do, then that just gives me something that I can offer to somebody else, either through one of these used groups, on used materials groups on Facebook, or even through a donation or something if I find someone who could use them, one way or the other. So yeah, I have an extra book for biology, for geometry, maybe for literature. That doesn't bother me. I feel like I'm gaining enough on the other end of it. So I know that was a lot to take in. If you have any questions, though, please drop them in the comments. I would be happy to clarify anything, to help connect you with a consultant, to do anything I can to answer your questions. But I hope you've enjoyed seeing this BJU Press 10th grade unboxing video. And if you'd like to see more like it when I order curriculum, give me a like on this video and maybe drop a comment for me. I appreciate you watching. Have a good one.